Hi guys, this is Rimmer, aka the Cats, and first of all I apologize if I sound more retarded than usual today, but my head kinda hurts and I'm having trouble breathing through my nose. Anyway, I figured I'd make this video a commentary because, well, people like my tutorials and maybe you'll learn something, and hopefully I actually don't run out of things to say. Anyway, this is a pretty high skill game. There's there's 5 players playing with a skill rating of 100. Apart from me, there's of course Trosan, who is one of the best clan arena players in Sweden. And we also have Moomin, who is really good, but unfortunately wasn't playing that well this game. There's Campgrounds, who was their best player, and the Toastmaster, who is also really good. You see down on the bottom left-hand corner, the skill rating of the server is currently 90. Anyway, this was a very close game. Don't be fooled by the first 10 minutes. They actually make a really strong comeback later on in the game.
Round begins in.
So basically, this is of course Campgrounds. Everyone's love it or hate it map, and there's 2 basic strategies to this map. Holy shit! And also, you might notice that I actually hit a lot more than I usually do here, and there is a reason for that. I actually, you know, I've been inactive for about a year now. I've only played for like once every month or so when I've been home. And if you've seen me in game, you'll probably have seen me whine constantly about how bad my aim is and why can't I hit, and so on. Well, I actually watched, someone posted a link to one of Sturmy's videos from his live stream, and he was playing public clan arena. And I noticed the guy was hitting like 50% lightning gun and 60 rail, and not only that, he made it look so easy. And I was just thinking, what the fuck is this guy doing? And well, I looked a bit closer and I realized that the thing he was doing right that I was doing wrong, had been doing wrong all this time, is actually, it was his movement. And that was something I used to do right, but back in like 2010 or something, but later started doing badly. So now, Sturmy's movement is actually really deliberate, and he uses his movement mostly to aid his aim, so that he doesn't have to move his, obviously he doesn't have to move his mouse so much. But also, one thing he doesn't do that I used to do a lot is, I used to dodge a lot when I didn't really need to, and look at Trosan's shot there, he's really good at this. Anyway, my accuracy right now is sitting at like 46. Yeah. Anyway, what I was saying before, there's 2 main strategies on this map. Either everyone on your team goes to bridge, or no one on your team goes to bridge. You gotta kind of look at those yellow triangles on the map and see whereabouts what your team is doing, basically. And just go from there. Even though this map is called Campgrounds, there's really only 2 places that you can actually camp effectively on. And one of those is of course the pillars area looking towards the bridge area, and then there's the stairs at the bridge area looking down toward pillars. And even then, you shouldn't stay there for too long, because this map is really mostly about flanking and of course using railgun and such. And I died. By the way, I actually had like 50% accuracy at the beginning here. It was funny. Oh, and if you're gonna camp the stairs, really only do that if you have like 16 health left, like Trosan has here, because you can do so much more useful stuff.
Round begins
And
in
I see we only have one person at bridge, so I jump to...
fight.
Actually, I didn't mean to fall down there, that was stupid. And it seems we actually got to the bridge anyway, nobody on their team came here. I'm having a bit of trouble finding anyone right now, but they fall down to me. And I cannot turn too early there. It's really too bad that Moomin played so badly here, because he's one of the players that's actually usually better than me, the other being Trasan. I'm just looking for players and not finding anyone here. And the skill rating apparently dropped to 86, but that's because of the spectators. Yeah.
2, 1, fight.
Pretty good accuracy. And here I failed to kill him, and of course I get railed. I was kind of raging there. But it got turned around quickly because look, he missed 2 rockets and I just killed him.
Red wins the round.
Anyway, on moving properly,
Round begins in
let's see if I can figure out how to explain this
2,
properly.
1, fight.
You remember all that stuff I said about strafing and well, that's in my written guide. And then how I basically contradicted everything about it in my lightning gun tutorial video. Well, you should dodge and stuff,
Wins the round.
but only when you have to. Well, obviously
Round
you
begins
should.
in 3,
You should always dodge,
2,
but you don't have to
1,
dodge
fight.
like you're being lightning gunned by strengths or something. Because not everyone is as accurate as it, obviously. And the other reason is, if you dodge so much that it screws up your own accuracy, you could actually end up with less HP at the end of the fight than if you hadn't dodged.
Red wins the
So
round.
basically, dodge when you need to.
Round begins in
Or
3,
dodge
2,
dodge with really
1.
complicated patterns if you need to, I should say. Otherwise, simple strafe patterns will usually do it. And with the railgun, I'm really inconsistent with the railgun. Sometimes I hit a lot and sometimes I don't. And the thing to do when you find yourself not hitting is basically slow down your mouse movements a bit. If you remember with my railgun tutorial, when I said when you're practicing flick rails, you should first start slow, but then go faster and faster. Oh my god, Trasan, what the fuck are you doing? He's just hitting everything. Well, this is basically like that, but instead of going faster and faster, you should actually do it in reverse and just go a bit slower, move your mouse slower. It actually helps surprisingly a lot, you know? And of course,
Round begins
you should
in 3, 2,
do as much as you can to
fight.
make your shots easier. And by making your shots easier, I mean don't move in overly complicated ways. It might make it so that your opponents hit you more, but as long as it makes you still hit even more than them, it's a sacrifice that is worth you know, making. And I have no idea how those two got behind me so fast. I thought they were down below, and I of course whined.
Wins the round.
Let's see how we're doing.
Round
Somehow I'm
begins
still on
in
top.
3, 2, 1, fight.
And the reason I rocket jumped like an idiot there is because I really did not want to get railed by it, but of course Calgarian just rails me anyway, so that was kind of fun. And I intended to sneak up there, but he fell down and now 0-2. So I had intended to like sneak up towards the stairs there and then just stand there in the exit for the stairs and just rail somewhere. But
Round
kinda
begins
didn't work.
in 3, 2, 1, fight.
I thought there was someone there, but of course there wasn't. Oh yeah, and by the way, another thing I really hate it when I don't see my teammates doing this is if you hear your mates fighting somewhere, like if you hear a fight going on, rush over there as fast as you possibly can, because see here, I see Trozen fighting and he had 48 HP left. I know I only did a slight amount of damage, but it might have been enough to save Trozen there.
Red wins the round.
I'm using a non-Swedish accent, so
Round begins in
Postmasters.
3, 2, 1, fight.
And here I had a really bad start. I just got railed and rocketed. I fail my rocket jumps a lot. I'm really bad at them. My aim starts to get worse now, actually. And I was zoomed in there and I didn't flick hard enough. And yeah.
Blue wins the round.
I start to lose confidence at around this point, I think. Yeah, you see
Round
me head
begins
there.
in
I started missing.
3, 2, 1.
That's what I wrote in Swedish.
Fight.
You'll see me whine a lot in game. I have a bad personality. But my accuracy is still pretty good. Of course, if your lightning gun or rail starts to suck, you can always rely on the rocket.
Red wins the round.
My rocket launcher is probably the most inconsistent weapon I have here.
1.
What you really should do in Clan Arena is you should try to exploit your strength. Like if you're a really good railgunner, you should try to rail people as much as possible. And I don't mean you should camp. You should actually try to make sure that you're always looking at an enemy or aiming at an enemy and do as much damage as a short time as possible that you can. A really annoying thing I see is like really bad aimers camping at pillars and trying to rail people with like a 30% railgun. Don't do that. If your railgun is that bad, just go up close and rocket launcher people. And of course, you don't need to try to pick like, don't try to pick like 3 versus 1 battles with you as the one, obviously. Try to listen for like a fight going on and just stab people in the back as much as possible. And if you get in a fight and you're losing a lot of HP, just run away, because you can do a lot more use just stabbing a person in the back than losing all of your HP trying to take down one opponent. Of course, if that one opponent is like the best player on their team, like he's just overwhelmingly the best player on their team, you can actually win games by just sacrificing yourself to remove his stack. So that's actually a decent time to like pick a fight. But usually you wanna watch where your friends are going and shoot the people that are shooting them or that they're shooting here. That was a nice kill. 41 lightning gun, 66 rail, it's respectable. But I think I missed a shot somewhere here. Okay, and
Red wins.